Welcome to Snack Time Story Time with me, ShaRon Ria. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is National Book Lovers Day, and I'm excited because I'm a brand new author on Amazon with my new book, No Judgment, Just Love, Coloring Journals. I am the founder of the No Judgment, Just Love global movement, and I'm excited to be able to deliver this message that we all, children, adults, each of us deserve love without judgment. Now, the surprise about these books is there's no judgment for the way that you color. It's a right-handed version for those right-handers and even a left-handed version for those young ones and children of all ages who color with their left hand. So today I'm going to read just a small passage of this book from the picture of the giraffe on the front. My dear friend Laura Thurbin is the artist who drew all the wonderful pictures. So let's begin. Oh, here's the cover. I am a giraffe, not a chimpanzee. I am tall, not short, don't you see? Chimps may be closer to your size, easy to play with and see into their eyes. If you want to hug my neck and it seems too high, please don't decide something's wrong with me and not try. That's making a judgment that keeps us from discovering that using a step stool for you and me lowering my head will help us meet in the middle to find love and hugs instead. So that's a little of this book. Now for the main event. The Sneetches on the Beaches. Have you heard of that book? Well, when I was little, my favorite author was Dr. Seuss, this man. And he wrote in rhyme, just the way I was reading from the No Judgment, Just Love book. Now, this book has been around since my daughters were little. And there they are up there on the wall, those two cuties. So it's been loved really well. As you can see, this book is old and beautiful. So are you ready to hear the story? Here we go. Now, the star belly Sneetches had bellies with stars. The plain belly Sneetches had none upon theirs. Those stars weren't so big, they really were quite small. You might think such a thing would not matter at all. But because they had stars, all the star belly Sneetches would brag. We're the best kind of Sneetch on the beaches. With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they'd snort. We'll have nothing to do with the plain belly sort. And whenever they met some, when they were out walking, they'd hike right on past them without even talking. When the star belly children went out to play ball, could a plain belly get in the game? No, not at all. You could only play if the bellies had stars, and the plain belly children had none upon theirs. When the star belly Sneetches had Frankfurter roasts, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow toasts, they never invited the plain belly Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark on the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near. And that's how they treated them year after year. Then one day, it seems, while the plain belly Sneetchers were moping and doping along on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. My friends, he announced in a voice clear and keen, my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean, and I've heard of your troubles. I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that. I'm the fix-it-up chappy. I've come here to help you. I have what you need. My prices are low and I work at great speed, and my work is 100% guaranteed. Then quickly, Sylvester McMonkey McBean put together a very peculiar machine, and he said, "You want stars like the Starbelly Sneetch? My friends, you can have them for $3 each. Just pay me your money and hop right aboard." So they clambered inside. The big machine roared, and it clonked, and it bonked, and it jerked, and it burked, and it popped about, but the thing really worked. When the plain belly Sneetches popped out, they had stars. They actually did. They had stars upon stars. Then they yelled at the ones who had stars at the first. We're exactly like you. You can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snooty old smarties. And now we can go to your Frankfurter parties. Good grief, groaned the ones who had stars at the first. We're still the best Sneetches, and they're still the worst. But now, how in the world will we know, they all frowned, if which kind is what, or the other way round? Then up came McBean with a very sly wink, and he said, "Things are not as quite as bad as you think. So, you don't know who's who? That's perfectly true. But come with me, friends. Do you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best Sneetches on the beaches. All it will cost you now is $10 eaches." "Belly stars are no longer in style," said McBean. "What you need is a trip through my star off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars, so you won't look like the Sneetches who have them upon theirs." And that handy machine, working quite precisely, removed all the stars from their tummies quite nicely. Then, with their snoots in the air, they paraded about, and they opened their beaks and they let out a shout. "We know who is who. Now there is no doubt. The best kind of Sneetches on the beaches are Sneetches without." Then, of course, those with stars all got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now is frightfully bad. Then, of course, old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star off machine. Then, of course, from then on, as you probably guess, things really got into a horrible mess. All the rest of that day on those wild, screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up Sneetches. Off again, on again, in again, out again. Through the machines they raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money. They kept running through, until neither the plain nor the Starbellies knew whether this one was that one, or that one was this one, or which one was what one, or what one was who. Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chappie packed up and he went. And he laughed as he drove in his car up the beach. They never will learn. Nope, you can't teach a Sneetch. But McBean was quite wrong. I'm quite happy to say that the Sneetches got really quite smart on that day. The day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches, and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day, all the Sneetches forgot about stars and whether they had one or not upon theirs. The end of the Sneetches. So, what do you think that story was about? Did you understand what McMonkey McBean was doing? Did you understand about the Sneetches that had stars, treating the Sneetches that did not have stars upon their tummies very well? I hope that in your neighborhood and in your world, you treat everyone with kindness and no judgment, just love. Because we all really do matter. We have feelings and we want to be respected and appreciated for just who we are, whether or not we have stars upon theirs. Thank you and enjoy your day.